Today I'm here with Jaime from Nimbus Hospitality, and what we're going to do today, Jaime, is you've got an AZ91 unit that has failed, and you're going to replace it with one of our new AZ9V inverter model units. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what we've got is we've got a plenum that was actually for a previous model. This plenum is for an AZ75 or an AZ85 model unit, and it's got a transition to go to the AZ91, which you previously had. So what we're going to have to do, you've already got the unit removed, which is great, but we do need to remove this transition because we need the transition to go from this plenum to the size of our new AZ9V inverter unit. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove this plenum, and then I believe we're going to have to take up this platform here to give us more room and clearance for our new platform. So, you ready to get started?
Yes, sir. But okay, we're gonna pull this out first, and then this got to come off, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get this removed.
Good.
Since we've got the plenum for an AZ75 or AZ85 model unit, we need a transition for that particular plenum, not necessarily the unit that was previously in here. So what we've got is we've got our RAVTRANS2 here, and we're going to put it and we're going to mate it up to this plenum, but we have a problem. This needs to drop down just a little bit, and so we're going to have to remove this platform right here so we can drop this transition down and get a good alignment to the plenum. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our transition, and we've got an integration point here that we've got to attach to our transition, and that's for our drain platform. So we'll go ahead and attach this, and then we'll install the transition to the plenum. And that'll do it. We've got our support for our integration for our drain platform, and then the next step is to go ahead and install this transition. All right, Jaime, so we're ready to install our transition, and we're going to use the same original 4 secure points that we had the RAVTRANS secured with. And so we're going to use these 4 points here, and so we'll just align it, and I can see my secure point right there. All right, Jaime, so we've got everything lined up. We've got our transition installed. It's aligned with our divider. And so next thing we're ready to do is install the platform. What we've got here is our drain platform. So instead of having to build a platform out of wood or getting some cinder blocks or something, we've designed a platform that will keep the unit perfectly centered with these ridges on each side. And then once you push the chassis all the way back against our gasket here on the transition, which is a surface mount gasket, by the way, so you don't have to jam the unit on the inside and, you know, did I get it back in there far enough? I'm not really sure, and it can cause some problems if you don't. So with this surface mount gasket, really makes it fail-proof, you know, you just can't go wrong. So we're going to take our platform here, and since the plumbing is integrated, we're just going to attach our plumbing here to our primary drain, and then we're going to attach a secondary drain here, and we'll get all the plumbing done, and then we'll install our platform. All right, we have our plumbing installed for our primary drain and our secondary. The secondary just goes into the wall plenum. That way, if it leaks outside, you know you've got a clogged drain and need to address it. So with that, we'll make sure our secondary goes through this opening here. Just lift up the platform a bit, about a 45-degree angle, and then drop it and lock it into place. And that integrates this platform with the plenum, so it's not going to move. And we've got our primary drain lined up here where it's going to drain properly. All right, Jaime, for electrical preparation, we've got a quick disconnect for our electrical, but we're just going to go ahead and remove this panel here before we push it all the way back in. And then we can reinstall this panel a little bit later. Go ahead and take that panel off. And so what we've got here in the junction box are our 2 thermostat connectors. Talk about those a little bit. So we've got 2 thermostat connectors. This unit, since it's inverter, can either use a two-way communicating thermostat, which we've got a 5-pin, 5-wire connector for, or you can use a stage thermostat as long as it has a Y2 signal to indicate to the unit that it needs to increase or decrease capacity. So we've got the two connectors here. We'll save these and put them aside for later, and then we'll hook up the thermostat. But first we need to get this unit pushed back into place and make sure everything looks good. All right?
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do, like I said, it has the platform has ridges on each side to keep it perfectly centered. So all we need to do is push it back. Once we get it close, we just give it a good shove and it's locked down into that platform here. It's not going to come out. The platform's integrated with a plenum, so we've got a perfect seal between the chassis and that gasket that's on the plenum. So here's something great for you. If you ever need to clean the coils on this, you don't have to remove any plumbing from the side, which was very difficult getting the other unit out because you had to work in this space right here. Our unit, you come up, unlock it from its position, then you can slide it out, and you could probably spin it around in this closet and get to the back, and you don't have to remove any panels to clean those coils. So very easy to do. There it is.
How often do you recommend that we clean the coils?
So in this area here, I don't see a lot of trees or anything around, so probably once a year at a minimum would be good. And you know, once you get to cleaning them, if you see that it doesn't need it that much, or maybe it needs it a little more often, whatever you feel is best. But it is very important to keep those coils clean, keep that airflow flowing across that outdoor coil. All right. We're going to hook up our electrical, and we're going to remove this here. Like I said, we've got a real easy, quick disconnect for our electrical. So we're going to remove that screw, and we can take this entire assembly out here. And then we can get our electrical out here where we've got plenty of room to work with it. Of course, we've got our voltage off and lockout tagout applied.
Yes, we do.
And so we'll get this, and we're going to need to run our wires through this strain relief here. So I am going to, you hold that, and I am going to grab our power connection here. So it's another quick disconnect power connection. And Zoneline has a universal heater. So you don't have to have a 2.4, a 3.4, or a 5 kW. The power connector determines how much of our universal heater is applied, and that's what this personality plug is for. So with that, we will put our wires together. Make sure and get them nice and tight. If you would grab that for me, Jaime, that would be great. Thank you, sir. All right, and we're going to run these through our strain relief here. Get both wires up in there. Sure it fits real nice. Tighten up our strain relief there. Got our wires nice and secure. We'll make sure this gets in there properly. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and slide this back in. We don't have our nut here, so we're going to redo this later before we actually commission the unit. But we do need to put our nut to secure that there, and then we'll just plug in our power connection right here. And then our personality plug plugs in right here. And again, that's to let you know how much of that heater, that universal heater, is going to be used. And so once we get this screw here secured, let's see, where is that rascal? Hiding out on us, isn't it, Jaime?
Well, I do that every now and
But
then.
we got it now.
Yes,
We
sir.
got it now. So like I say, just for demonstration purpose, we will come back and get this secured here. But that's how the installation is for the electrical. Makes it very, very simple, rather than having to run your wire into the control panel and then having those 3 lugs that you have to fish the wire up into and then tighten with a screwdriver. So our next step is we're going to go ahead and put on this control panel, then we'll work on our thermostat.
Yeah.
It's already set up for a wall thermostat, but we need to push the auxiliary button. That's going to get us into our auxiliary settings. We'll press the mode until we get to number 6. And we need to turn that off, so we're going to press minus. So that's going to allow this to work, and we'll press auxiliary to accept that change. And so we've got our thermostat wired. We're going to go ahead and plug it in. And what's going to happen is this is going to power up, and it's going to go through a boot up process. So that's what it's doing right now. And so there it's saying we're looking for a temperature of 60 degrees. It is now linked. We can tell it's linked with this unit and communicating with it, and it's taking control, or at least it's just giving the information that the guest wants the heat on, low fan, and we're going to put it in cooling mode by pressing this and put it in cooling, and we're going to lower the temperature, see if we can get this to come on for us here. And in fact, you can hear the fans just ramped up in speed, and our compressor will come on here in a bit. Now, Jaime, this is going to act completely different than a fixed speed unit. A fixed speed unit is either on 100% or it's off. There's no variation. Because this is an inverter variable speed, it adjusts the fan speeds, the electronic expansion valve opening size, the outdoor fan, indoor fan, all on its own to make sure it's got the precise temperature control and perfect dehumidification for the space. So with this two-way communicating thermostat and an inverter unit, you're going to understand that it's going to operate a little bit different, and so you will get used to it and understand how it works. But just understand right out of the gate, it's not a fixed speed unit where it's on or off. It can vary quite a bit in its operation. All right?
Yes, sir.
We've got this unit installed. We've got our access panel with return air grill back on, and we've got it running. It sounds great. It's a very quiet unit. So, you know, we've gone through this whole process. Tell me what you think about it.
It's great. I think you did a great job.
Well, awesome. And you said that the platform, you really liked the platform with the integrated plumbing and things like that. You think that's going to make your life a little bit easier?
Yes, very much.
How about those thermostat connectors? You no longer have to worry about little bitty terminals and things like that. You get that connector out here. We wired it up very quick and easily, and changed the auxiliary settings, and you saw the quick access outdoor coil cover, so it's easy for you to clean and maintain. What was the process before to clean the other unit? I believe you said you had to take it completely out of the closet.
Yeah. Getting it out the closet and cleaning it and putting it back in, it was time. Too much time.
Yeah, a lot of time. You don't have time for that. You got a lot of stuff on your plate, right?
Sure do.
A lot of stuff. So that's what we did. We did design this. Our engineers designed it and got feedback from people like yourself that said, you know, these are the problems I have with servicing these units, installing these units, and it's good to hear that, you know, they make a difference in your life.
Yeah.
Jaime, it was a pleasure, my friend.
Always, man.
Absolute
You're the
pleasure.
Best, man. You're the best. You got the good, man. He's the best, man. Yes.
Checks in the mail.
All right.